What's up, everybody, man? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is JR, and I did 10 years in the Georgia Department of Correction, man. And I share prison stories, man. I let y'all know what was going on while I was behind the walls. Now, before y'all come at me in the comment section, because I know y'all be, man, some of y'all like to joan and do all this. Yeah, my barber, he did clip me. Not my original barber, bro, but because I didn't have the patience to wait on my barber till he get there, I went to another barber shop, seen this old school dude, bro. I was like, yeah, old school looked like he could do his thing, but I guess looks was deceiving, bro, because once that man started cutting my hair, boy, I knew it was over with, man. When I looked up in the mirror, and I was like, I said, oh no, this man has sent me back way back up here like 5 years. Way back up here like another 5 years, bro. I said, man, old school, I got up out the chair, I paid him, man. I said, old school, you need to do better, man. He said, what you saying? I said, man, as long as you been cutting, bro, you can't cut. Look at this. He told me, I said, bro, my points wasn't up here like that. But anyways, man, enough said about that, man. But anyways, I always have patience, man, as I wouldn't be going through this. But enough said about that. Let me take y'all to the dorm, man. So anyway, bro, one day I'm about to go to detail, right? So my boy 6, he stayed like a couple doors down from me. He called me. He like, hey, Jamaica, before I went out the door. This early morning, bro, almost like a little bit after 6. So he like, hey, bro, I need you to pick something up for me. Now 6 was a GD dude that I knew. I've been knowing him since Riverbend from early out, bro. Me and him was pretty much the same age. Came in the system at the same time, doing the same 10 years, bro. But he always a dude that was very ambitious, bro. Never really had much, but always trying to make something of what he have. Pretty much just like me, bro, when I was in Changan, bro. Always trying to get something out of the mud. Always just trying to survive, bro, without you have to call home, bothering nobody like that. 6 was just like that. But when I met back up with 6, when we was down there at Reedsville, bro, 6 had it going on, yeah. 6 had then got his weight up, bro. I'm talking about, yeah, moving big, you know what I'm saying? Doing his thing or whatever like that. Touching a lot of weight in chain gang. So, with me working in the gym a lot of times, bro, 6 will always ask me to pick stuff up for him or drop stuff off for him. You know, he always break me off. And because he know that, I pretty much be having a clear path most of the time, bro. Because majority of the time, my gym officer will come and get me. Or all the officers know I work in the gym. So, once I hit the walk with that net bag like this, yeah, everything be wrapped up in there. I be having my shorts, all type of stuff. Change of this, change of that. I'll be down to walk. Ain't nobody finna really mess with me like that. So 6 always, you know, drop this off for me or pick this up for me, bro. So that morning, he's like, bro, I need you to pick something up from somebody F building for me. I was like, boom, I got you. Anyways, went to detail. Dude that ended up coming in detail later on that evening when his dorm came in there, gave me what he had for 6, wrapped it up. When they call block movement for that last block movement, boom, back down the walk, made it back in. When I get in the dorm now, I'm about to go to 6 room. But me now, because it was so calm in the dorm at this moment, bro, for like these couple of weeks, when I went in the dorm, I just go walk into my room, usual stuff I do, get my stuff, get ready to go to the shower. So when I go in the room now, I'm telling my bunk man, I was like, you seen 6? I'm about to go drop this off to him. He's like, boy, you might not want to go in 6 room right now. I was like, what going on? He's like, man, that nigga Grim done bust 6 in the head. I said, what? He said, yeah, Grim done bust 6 in the head. I'm talking about like hit him with a lock or something. I'm like, nah, bro, he bust him. So now I open the door back and take back a look in the dorm, and then I'm like, yeah, something not right in here. Something definitely not right in here, bro. You seen a couple of GD dudes posted all over the place. And yeah, 6, he was GD. Grim, he was also GD, bro. Now, Grim was this little short, stocky, evil looking dude, man. I'm talking about ugly. I'm talking about ugly as ever, but he was evil looking, bro. And they used to call him Grim. I guess it was short for the Grim Reaper. Yeah, Grim is known for busting stuff. I always hear a little stuff about him. Or when he was on the other side, people talking about work he put in and all that type of stuff. But Grim was also a junkie. Yeah, Grim was also a junkie, bro. And because he put in a lot of work for the GDs, a lot of folks was also scared of Grim. And then Grim was trying to apply pressure. I knew that what it was. Nobody had to tell me because Grim is known for applying pressure. And I figured out what he was doing to 6. But 6 ain't no P. Yeah, he ain't no P, bro. I know 6. He gonna hit. He don't care who it is. He gonna do what he have to do. And he gonna hustle. And he gonna get his bread. So I pretty much waited until about 20-25 minutes. I waited, seen the coast was clear. I seen Grim posted up down there by his door, bro. He posted up like this. I could tell he had a tool on him or whatever. I go knock on six door. Boom. So the whole dorm watching me now. I know the whole dorm watching me because the center of attention is on six and Grim. So with me going to six room, but people always know though, because sometimes six is saying the dorm, hey Jamaica, pick this up for me, bro. Drop this off for me. So people always know that 9 times out of 10 is either I'm just dropping something off for six, pulling up on bro. Sometimes I pull up on him. We have a little smoke session or whatever. You know, Al Green in the air. We'll do it like that sometimes. So pretty much people know that me and him was cool, and they knew that. A lot of people knew that we did time together. You know what I'm saying? A couple of years before. So when I go over there, I open the door. He in the room like this. I'm like, what's up, bro? He's like, man, bro, I'm good. Are you straight? He's like, yeah, I'm straight. Boom, pull the stuff out, gave to him. He's like, bro, appreciate it, bro. He's like, look, pull back up on me in like 10 minutes. Got you something. We smoke one. I was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? He's like, man, this nigga tried to play some crazy game on me. I was like, what? They said, bro, I'm going to tell you about it. But he ain't had to tell me. I just trying to get up out the room because I know how these guys is. They'll start thinking that, oh, yeah, Jamaica plotting with six. And now that the GDs had a split in the dorm because, you know, some of them was going to be with six and some of them going to be with Grim. And at this time, let me tell y'all this. It was no structure as far as the GDs goes at Reedsville at this time. I done been to camps, bro. Riverbend. I done been to different dorms. I done been to Smith, where the dorms or the camp is structured up, where these folks can't even do certain things against each other, bro. But I known from being down here at this camp, bro, it wasn't no structure like this. In the dorm where I was, sometimes some GDs will come in there and they'll have some form of structure. But at this time, it wasn't no structure, bro. Everybody was just pretty much freelancing, just doing their own thing. And you know how that go when you in chain gang, bro. Everybody gonna be on the nonsense because there ain't no proper leadership in there at that time. Anyways, left, went back to my room. I pulled back up on bro. I just pulled back up on him. He gave me some Al Green or whatever, bro. I went, smoked with my roommate. My roommate was telling me, he's like, man, they just hating on bro. They just hating on them. Nah, six, he one of them guys. He gonna stay clean in chain gang, bro. He gonna stay clean. He wasn't doing the cream, and he's a no nonsense type of guy. Like, you hear him with the GDs all the time, especially when he be having that Al Green. They'll pull up, say, G, let me get a stick. Let me get this. He be like, bro, I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm hustling right now. And you know, some of them dudes, they don't like that. They don't respect the hustle. They feel like just because y'all are brothers or y'all in the same organization, they supposed to just take this and give it to you just like that. And that's how guys lose everything they got in chain gang, looking out for everybody, bro. But Six wasn't like that. He was real smart. So a lot of guys used to hate him for that. And a lot of guys used to just, you know, try to leash around him just to, you know, smoke with him or run around and go drop this off for him or drop that off for him. That's how a lot of guys was. So my bunkmate was telling me, yeah, they just hating, they just this. I was like, yeah, bro, pretty much what it is. But I ain't get the full rundown of what was really going on. But I know Grim. I'm like, for Grim to just bust him that quick, bro, it got to be some crazy stuff said. My bunkmate, he was like, he was in here asleep, and he just heard a whole bunch of noise in the dorm. He got up, he seen Six had a tool in his hand, but he was holding his head like this, and some of the GDs was like, man, y'all stop, whatever like that. So my bunkmate, he was like, man, Six gonna get that boy Grim. Six gonna get that boy Grim. But I know Six, like I said, and I know Grim. But I know if Six go at Grim, bro, he got to be real prepared. Because Grim, that's a grimy little dude, bro. And he get busy. Yeah, a little stocky, like a little running back, a little evil looking dude, man. Grim Reaper. Yeah, you go at Grim, boy, you better be about your issue too. Because he definitely by his. So, yeah, my bunkmate chopped it up or whatever, man. Now, the next morning, when I got up, I always get up early, man. And this was actually Saturday morning. When I got up, go to make my coffee, I seen Six. He was already up. He up there posted by his door or whatever like that. And I seen Grim when I was walking down to the waterfront. I seen Grim door. His door cracked. You know what I'm saying? That boy was in there sitting on the bed in the dark. Yeah, he in the dark. He chain gang to death, boy. In the dark when I made my coffee. And I seen, like I said, I seen Six down there. So when I went back down there, I'm like, what's up? Boom. I went around to the corner. All right. We're in this place in the dorm, like he's in the the second door, and my door is like the third or fourth door, but it's like a little wall right there. So if you go back there talking to him, can't nobody up there and the rest of the dorm really see unless you come back down there. So I was standing around there talking to him. He's like, man, them nigga trying to say I'm messing with the punk. I said, what? He said, boy, yeah, boy, they try to pull that card on me. When he said that, I was like, man, ain't no way. He was like, bro, the same punk that they did that boy Valdosta bad about. Nah, Valdosta, I told y'all about Valdosta, the same one that had that cut off his forehead. That's the same dude that they said accusing Six of messing with. But Six was like, man, they just trying to pull that funny guy card on me because they trying to get everything I have. Now, I done seen this in Chain Gang before, bro. I done seen this in Chain Gang before. I done seen guys pull their stunts just to rob their brothers or slam them out of what they got just because they don't like them. Now, Six, now this is one thing. Six used to always, not say associate, but the punk usually bring stuff or drop stuff off for Six and pick stuff up for him because the punk work in the kitchen. Yeah, I'm talking about the same punk in the punk. Yeah, him. He used to pick stuff up for Six. And he'll go drop stuff off. But you will never be like, oh yeah, they got something going on or this or that. So this time he was telling me, he's like, boy, they just try to cook something up on me. He's like, man, I ain't going for it. He's like, man, that nigga Graham done bust me in the head. So, bro, he said that, bro, he was looking so sad. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, some of the brothers, they ain't with me. Some of the brothers with me. Some of the brothers with him. But the brothers that was rocking with him, bro, they ain't really talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? The brothers over there where Graham was, they on the BS. Yeah, they with all the issue, bro. They with all the action. So Six is pretty much by itself. And this time, Big Dread got moved out the dorm, and that was Six partner too. You know what I'm saying? Six and Big Dread was real cool. He was telling me, Six, as a matter of fact, he was telling me, he's like, man, I was holler at Dread last night. And Dread was like, man, that's some BS. He gonna try to holler at Graham and them. But that ain't gonna do nothing, bro. That man is in the dorm to help you out or to talk to these folks right on hand, bro. These folks are gonna come back, and these folks are gonna try apply more pressure, bro. And that's what I pretty much try to tell him in so many words. I wasn't saying it like that, and I was really just speaking in code because I know people are always listening, bro. When you're in the Chain Gang, I don't care where in the dorm you think you at, bro. And you talking this and talking that. Somebody's ears is always open like that, and somebody was always go back and tell this and tell that, and they'll switch the story around. Next thing you hear Jamaica saying, oh, he gonna ride with Six. Next thing you know, he try to bust me. You know what I'm saying? So I was just pretty much talking in code and just talking real short so bro could really understand what I'm saying. But he was picking up real good. You know, he Chain Gang too. And he was like, boy, don't worry about it. Made some call, boy. Everything gonna be straight. Everything gonna be good. Anyways, left him. Went in the room, looking at my tablet, sipping on my coffee or whatever, man. Later on in the day, I got up, go make me something to eat. I come back in the dorm. Now, you see all the GDs that was hanging with Grim, they down there posted. The boys in the dorm smoking good, man. Smoking real good. Now, Six, he down there at the other end of the dorm sitting at the table. Him and one of his other GD brothers. Both of these guys, like boat crews, just watching each other just to see what they got going on. Anyways, bro, I was like, man, I ain't with all this nonsense, man. I went back in my room, bro. Back to the tablet, watching the tablet. Next thing I know, I heard a whole bunch of noise outside. So I get up, I go look at the window. I see Six. He got the fire out. He just like this in the middle of the dawn. He like, man, what's up, man? Let go, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. So Graham down there, I scoot the door back. I peek my head out like that. Man, that man Graham got some thing like this, bro. Like a whole half a machete, man. So Graham on some stuff like, man, you a punk, bro. You a punk, boy. You messing with a punk, boy. You messing with a punk. So Six like, man, I don't mess with no punk. Man, you better check my name across the state, bro. Check my name across the state. So Graham like, I ain't check nothing. The punk done told me you messing with him. Punk done told us you messing with him. So I'm like, told you. So that kind of like caught me off guard, bro. So I'm like, man, what the heck? So Six like, man, that man can't tell you nothing because I ain't never messed with that man. The only thing that man do for me, bro, the traffic stuff for me, bro. Bring stuff, drop it off, and pick stuff from people up, bro. I mean, that man ain't got nothing going on, bro. I give him some Al Green or give him some CIs or something. Ain't nothing going on, so that man can't tell you nothing. So that boy Graham, he's like, man, wait till that punk get back from the kitchen. Wait till that punk get back from the kitchen. We gonna settle this. And your ass going on the dough, boy, for real. So Six like, man, I ain't going on no dough, man. I ain't going on no dough. So that's when Graham was like, man, I don't care who you want to call, bro. Ain't nobody from the state calling me, statewide calling, all that. We ain't going for none of that, boy. Ain't no structure down here. They renegade down here, boy. They renegade down here. Can't nobody save you. So I'm like, boy, yeah, you finna go down for real. So anyways, bro, they talking back and forth until the officer ended up coming in the dorm doing their little rounds. When the officer came in the dorm doing their little rounds, I'm thinking that she probably would have picked something up, because majority of the time when it's some beef going on, bro, or some real tension in the dorm, officers could always pick it up. You know what I'm saying? If they really know what's going on in the chain gang, they'll look for the boots tied up. They'll just look for like body language movement, how guys mugging each other and all. And you pretty much could feel it in the atmosphere, bro. But she ain't pick it up. She just came doing her rounds, looking around, walking around in the dorm, and left back out. When she left back out the dorm, everything pretty much stayed quiet. So anyways, man, I went back in the room, whatever, my bunkmate that came in there, and he was like, boy, I think these boys finna try to take each other out, man. These boys dead serious. So I'm telling my bunkmate, I was like, boy, listen, boy, that boy 6, he need to get him a bigger 5, boy. Can you see Graham down there? Graham got the whole half a machete, bro. He ain't doing no poking. He just chopping. Yeah, he try to take your limbs off, try to take your ears off, might try to take your nose off or something with that big old 5 he got, man. Yeah, 6 better get him some real iron, boy. He ain't going nowhere with that little poker. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. So my bunkmate was laughing. He was like, man, Dread, you crazy. That's what he called me. He called me Dread. He's like, man, Dread, you crazy. I was like, nah, bro, for real. Bro, you got to be prepared when you're in a war. You can't go to a war. Man, this man got this big old thing, man. You going out there like this, bro. Nah, it don't go like that. It's not like it's a dude that you probably, you know, he don't go hard. He just gonna swing one time. Man, Graham is an angry little evil little dude, man. He gonna keep coming at you, bro. Yeah, he try to take your soul. Yeah, Grim Reaper style. That's how he is. Anyway, me and my bunkmate in there talking, laughing around, and clowning around, bro. So it became like about 5 something right now, bro. They ran chow early, as a matter of fact. You know, on the weekend, they don't really feed no lunch, so they'll run chow and get it out the way. I ain't even go to chow, bro, because I figure more or less it probably be some type of nonsense out there when you go to chow. Because that's how it normally be when it be tension in the dorm. A lot of guys might not want to pop in the dorm, so they'll pop on the walk. And I know that Punk, he work in the chow hall, so it probably be a situation. In my mind, I was thinking like, yeah, dudes gonna go out there try to confront the Punk. 6 probably go out there try to confront him. Hey, you told this to that, whatever like that. But that's why I ain't go. But I figured 16 went, because everybody came back in the dorm by after 5 or something like that. That's when the Punk came back in the dorm. Now the first thing I heard when he came back in the dorm, oh, meat patties for sale. I got meat patties for sale. I'm like, bro, that used to grind my gears and piss me off, bro. Every time the Punk come in here talking about he got some food for sale, and everybody just be buying from him. Bro, I'm not buying no food from this funny boy. I'm sorry, y'all. Talking about you got meat for sale. No, we ain't doing that. Keep that meat for yourself, homeboy. Yeah. So anyway, when he came in the dorm, bro, so I heard Grim off top. Grim was like, hey, man, let me holler at you, man. Hey, 6, bring your ass out here, boy. Bring your ass out here, man. We gonna settle it right here. So I'm like, man, what the heck going on? So I open the door. Boom, slide the door back. Stick my head out. And I stick my head out. Man, that Punk standing there with a whole goddamn, I think they be wrapping that stuff up in like them little aprons or plastics. He had that little apron thing wrapped up with a whole bunch of patties in there. He just standing there looking like this. So 6 of them came out from a little cut where he was. So he like, hey, man, tell that man what you told me, man. Tell that man what you told me in the morning. So the Punk was like, tell him what? Tell him what? He said, tell him what you told me. He trying to holler at you. Boop, boop, boop. So the Punk like this. So 6 like, what? I'm trying to holler at you. So the Punk like, man, I ain't say it like that. Man, Graham got this big ass half a machete, bro. Like this. So I guess he was kind of like intimidating the Punk, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I kind of got from it. And in that moment, because the Punk looking at him before every words come out of his mouth, and he trying to make sure that he don't say nothing too wrong, because this man might swing. Yeah, he might swing and take a limb off or something like that. But 6 on the other hand, 6 walking up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 6 walking up like, what you said? Who trying to holler at you? Man, I ain't never gave you that impression, man. Only thing you ever did for me was pick stuff up and drop stuff off, man. He's like, man, don't do that. I don't play them type of games right there. He said, man, I've been gone by 8-9 years, man. That's what he said. And I was like, damn, boy. But I never heard none of this type of stuff on 6 name. But I'm not gonna vouch for nobody, bro, because I done seen guys change like a chameleon, bro, or whatever they call them, the lizards or whatever. Yeah, them folk change just like that. You know, on one weekend they're straight. Next week you see them, they're around the corner, smooching with a punk. So I'm not vouching for nobody in this chain. I don't care who it is, bro. I'm not vouching for nobody in this chain gang. So 6 walking up. So now, bro, you have some guys in the dorm. They're like, man, y'all just chill, man. Y'all just chill. You know, folks always crying about going on lockdown and all that type of stuff. Me, I don't really care, bro. Y'all do what y'all want to do, man. If y'all want to take yourself out the game, hey, go ahead and do that, bro. Go ahead and do that. But I want to see 6 get messed up. No, I ain't want to see him get messed up. I've been knowing dude for a while, man. I want to see him go home. So when he walking up, them guys pretty much like, man, y'all chill. So 6 like, man, I ain't never trying to holler at you, man. Don't ever do nothing like that. So this dude, boy, Grim like, man, tell him, man. Cause he about to go in the door, man. His ass about to go in the door. I don't want you to tell him from his face. Tell him what you told me. Tell him just like how you told me this morning. Man, the punk there like this, man. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm not trying to get in y'all business or what y'all got going on. You came in the room and you asked me something this morning and I told you something. I ain't think it was going to cause a whole issue like that. I'm not trying to get in that. I'm not trying to start nothing like that. So that's when 6 was like, man, you already started some shit, man. You told him, man, I'm trying to holler at you with some shit like that. So he's like, no, I ain't tell him like that. Man, the only thing I'm looking at when this punk is talking, bro, he got one eye looking out here and he got one eye on Grim with this big ass fire, bro. Bro, I know that punk was scared of Grim, bro. Like I said, the impression I got is that Grim was pressing him to say something, bro. It wasn't actually true what he told Grim, but Grim was pressing him. So my bunkmate came in the room, he laughing. I was like, boy, you might need to stay your ass in the room laughing like that before we'll get mad at you, bro. Anyway, bro, they're talking for a while. And the punk was like, man, I'm going back outside. So I guess he went up to the door trying to open the door, but the door was already locked. So he came back, went in his room. So these folks still having a standoff in the dorm, bro. 6 and the 2 little guys he had around him. Grim had about 4 of them niggas with him, bro. Yeah, they all got tools, bro. They ready. But you had some elder guys in the dorm. It was one dude, I guess it used to be GD, but he an elder now, though. So he was telling the brothers, like, man, y'all just chill, brother. We going to sort this out. You got to do a proper investigation. This ain't how you do stuff like that. Man, Grim was like, man, there ain't no punks in the camp, man. Ain't no punks in the GD structure, man. Ain't no punk going on, no punk stuff going on in here around me. So I'm like, man, these folks is wilding right here, man. So the old school was like, man, hey, say Punkin, come on out the room, man. Let me holler at you, man. So I get Punkin came out the room and went in the room to holler at old school. They had the door open. That's the first thing old school say. Hey, man, leave that door open, man. Boy, that had me dying laughing. Old school funny. You really funny as hell, too, man. They had the door open. They in there talking for about 10 minutes. I'm just down there posted by my door or whatever. When he came back out, man, they called Grim. Old school like, man, say, Grim, come here, man. Boom, called Grim in there. They in there talking. When Grim came out, Grim was like, man, I ain't studying none of that shit you saying, old ass nigga. You can't tell me shit. So when old school came out, old school like, man, 6, man, Grim pressing that man. So I'm like, what the hell? But these folk talking all this like in the open dome. I'm thinking y'all supposed to be somewhere, you know what I'm saying, having a little round table talk or something, bro, discussing all this stuff. But I guess Grim, what he was trying to do, like I was saying, because I picked it up, bro. It ain't hard to pick up. You know what I'm saying? Because them punks, bro, they ain't trying to get in no situation. They know their lines. Yeah, them folk know their lines. They go messing with gang members and stuff now. But when it come to that he say, she say stuff, yeah, they know their lines and they know the boundary that they should cross and the boundary that they should not cross. And this dude Punk in the Punk, he been gone by 20 years, bro. So he know what's going on. So old school like, man, he trying to press that man, to say some stuff that ain't really happened. And 6 was like, man, I already know what's going on, man. I ain't no fool, man. Y'all nigga just want what I got. Y'all nigga go hustle, go work hard for this shit. Nigga, I work hard for all this shit in chain gang, man. 6 was like, man, you better check my record, man. You better check my record. So in my mind, I'm like, damn, Six, you know what I'm saying? You speaking truth, but damn, you don't let the man bust you in the head already. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you ain't got no real artillery. You know what I'm saying? Because this dude got this big old thing and shit like that. So, man, Six was like, man, you got it, though, bro. You got it, though. You got it. So, Grim was like, man, now you got to get on that dope. You know what I'm saying? So, Six like, man, I ain't getting on no dope, bro. He like, boy, you jammed already. I'm going to let you have that. So, Grim was like, man, listen here, man. You got to get on the dope, man. Both of us ain't finna live in here, man. Both of us ain't finna live in here. So old school like, man, y'all just chill, man. Y'all just chill, man. Grim told that man, old school, man, shut up, man. I don't want to hear nothing from you, man. He's like, man, you ain't GD no more, man. You old as hell, man. That shit over with, man. Man, so I go back in the room. When I went back in the room, they still out there talking. So I'm like, man, these folks ain't finna really do nothing like that, man. Went quiet. I went back out there about 30 minutes later, bro. I see them folks still standing looking crazy or whatever. Some of them guys sitting down up there. So I'm like, man, what the hell they gonna do, man? When they got me some water or whatever, came back. I went back in the room talking to my bunkmate, man. So my bunkmate was like, boy, they just finna stand off whole night. They ain't finna do nothing like that. Man, listen, I went back outside. When I went back outside, I see old school sitting down talking to Grim, bro. So I'm like, damn, Grim finally done calm down. Old school could sit out there talking to him, bro. Old school kind of put something in his head about what was going on and stuff. But anyways, bro, I go back down there. I see Six. He's still posted up down there looking crazy, bro, in the dorm smoking. Yeah, you don't never see him smoking in the dorm like that, bro. He outside smoking in the dorm, in the middle of the dorm like this. So, you know, he pretty much really ain't care. He pretty much ready to crash out, bro. Yeah, ready to crash out. So I said, all right, man. But anyways, stay tuned for part 2 tomorrow, man. I got y'all fellas, man.